What's up, everybody? It's your boy Diddy Davis. Welcome to the second episode of DDTV. We got a special guest, up and coming artist, go by the name of Izzy the Advocate. Okay, got an album that's out right now on Spotify, Apple, Half Breed. Go get it.
What's power? It's your boy Izzy the Advocate. What's going on, man? I'm about to do a couple questions with my man Diddy Davis on his new show, Diddy Davis TV. So if you need, to hear all the questions you want to hear, he gonna answer them. Let's get it popping. Also, my video Bruce Wayne, go check it out. You know what I mean? On the Power Tower. You don't want to miss it. Let's get it.
Last night had a dream about you. I feel like your vibe and I'm loving the shit that you do.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of DDTV. We got a special guest on the show. His name is Izzy the Advocate, up and coming artist. What's up, Izzy? How you feeling today, brother?
You know me, I'm doing good. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. It's another day. I'm glad to have you on the show, bro.
Appreciate you having me here, bro.
So let's talk a little bit. Let's get deep right into it. Right?
That's the way, man. That's why I'm here, right?
Definitely, man. So just the other week, you sent me that album, Half Breed.
Yeah.
Talk to him, man. Tell him about it.
It was basically Half Breed was just basically it's like me bringing life to myself. You know what I mean? And like just bringing me to the game, just me speaking to the culture about what I feel and how I feel. You know what I mean? For the past couple of years, I've been going through a lot of trials and tribulations of trying to find myself, and I felt like this project was the only way to speak to everybody. Now, mind you, the EP is only like a 4-track, you know what I mean?
4 tracks.
Exactly.
Four tracks.
4 tracks, EP. Got a couple skits on there, so technically 6, whatever, they don't count. But if you listen from beginning to end, it'll tell you through experiences of what I'm feeling, through love, through just how I feel about the society, how I feel about coming up in the game, how I feel like being on my grizzle in the streets. So it's like everything in this project was just all in one, and I felt that. And,
so I gotta say, because I remember I was at the Wawa, you know what I mean, bumping that thing 4
that
in the morning.
was crazy,
you know. So I was like, yo, that joint is off the chain. So how was the production? You know?
For real, I didn't really know when I wanted it productive. You know what I mean? Like it was just all came to me in one snap. Like, yo, this beat right here, with what I'm saying, is the one. And you know what I mean? As I shout out to my bro Trigger Will, and my squad, the FMG. If you don't know what FMG stands for, Phillies Music Group.
Okay.
So I went to Trig, I called him up. It's like, yo, come on by, we go link up. He hears my verse, and he just looked at me and was like, yo, do that. And I just kept rocking with it. We went to the studio the next day, we just bodied it, boom.
Yeah, because how long you been being an artist? It seemed like a few years, right?
I started in 2013. For real, I started writing, trying to be an artist, but I didn't really get a feel for it. I started writing at the age of 13, but I was doing it through poetry. You know what I mean? Like I was learning through my uncle. My uncle was an artist, but he did it through a poetry mindset. So I was just a poet. Like I was just, at that age, like I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like first I wanted to be like a computer mechanic or auto. So like I had so many opportunities at that time I didn't know until I figured out when I first hit 19. It's like, all right, this is it. Like this is the, you know what I mean? The ball's in the court. Like this is the last option.
Right, and they definitely they say a lot about opportunities. You know, they say opportunities come once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So, how would you label yourself as what kind of artist?
If you want to compare to artists in the lane of our generation growing up, I would be more like, and I'm not cocky about it. It's just like I'm like a Nas, like a well-speaking poet, street artist, conscious for the mind, all for the people. You know what I mean? Like. And I just keep it just on that mind state. Like, I love music to the point where I learned it. Like, literally, you have to sit down and listen and learn what music is about, you know what I mean? So, like, I would definitely put me in the Nas type category, a Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
Yeah, Kendrick is good, man.
Who else? It's so many lyrical dudes, like Lupe Fiasco, Kanye West. The list goes on. Hova himself. That's my favorite artist, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's so much style that you hear. Like the grittiness came from how can I say, back when Biggie era, through 50, through all the other artists that was on their grittiness. I kind of got that on that side, but I'm more in a intellectual, conscious mind.
Yeah, so let me ask you, so those artists from, the Biggie, Pac, Nas, 50,
Exactly.
Hove,
Okay.
right, versus to the artists today, how would you compare them? Like, which
The one thing I can say, I can compare, but then I can't. Reason why? Because this new generation has their new sound, their new style. And which is I respect the new artists that comes.
Okay.
Everybody has a different trend. Like you gotta think about it. Every set of years you're gonna hear different sounds. You're gonna see like different sports, see different players with this. Like for instance, how if you compare Michael Jordan to Kobe's era, then the King has his own era. It's different eras every 10 to 20 years. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta live and adapt with it. Like it's not like now for me how to be in the game with this generation, you can, but you choose your own choices wisely. Like, all right, this is what I want to do. All right, I want to sound like this way. I want to sound like this way. Like, this is what new artists is doing. But me learning, because I'm from the 90s era, I learned to stay in that 90s
The 90s.
all day. So definitely that's my whole mindset of just being in the game, just staying in your lane, find your way, find your sound, and live with it.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the rappers that's out there, for all the industry artists, anybody. There's no hate. We've never been here. If you got a dream, do it.
Definitely, man.
Whatever
Special
you do.
shout out to all the artists and shout out to B-Mac on the track. It's behind the lens. So let me also ask you, man. So it seemed like you follow a lot of great artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever been to like a Nas, Hove concert like
The
recently?
last-
Because Jay-Z and Beyonce, they was just in Philly just the other week.
The funny thing is, I wanted to be there,
Yeah.
but I had so much time trying to create my life. You know what I mean? Trying to build, trying to get myself together. Don't get it twisted. The last time I've been to a Hove concert was the Black Album era when I was in Brooklyn.
I wish
and
I
that
was
was
there.
that was oh my God, being in Brooklyn, just seeing him perform, and you could feel the energy. All
That's probably one of
on
his
stage.
best albums right there.
Yeah, I could put the top 5 best
Top
albums
five.
in my book. My favorite of all time, which is gonna be kind of difficult, but it would be between Blueprint 3, or I would have to say Kingdom Come or American Gangster. Those are my favorite 3 albums. I will put Black Album in top 5,
Top 5.
and then I'll also put his first album, Reasonable Doubt. All my top 5 favorite albums from Hov. Nas, I could. It's funny because the only album, his first album was good to me, but his second album, it was written. It's like me looking at my childhood through my story, like damn, like this is really what I've been through. If I listen to that whole album from beginning to end, it's like I lived that. I've been through that scenario.
There
That's
it
why I
is.
mess with Nas.
Yeah, so what upcoming projects do you have going on? You got the Half Breed. We get that on Apple, Spotify.
Every platform.
Every platform.
Go look for that. It's trending on Spotify, so if you wanted to, for all my supporters, go on Spotify, type in Izzy the Advocate. The project should be right there. Half Breed.
It will be right there, right?
Thanks for that
It
answer.
will be.
Mhm.
So what upcoming projects? What you got?
The Half, I'm working on part 2 on Half Breed. Part 2, that's dropping on October 4th.
Okay.
So pay attention. I'm doing a collab album with my man Trigger Will. We was gonna call it Hood Tales and Fantasies, but we switched it up to 4-4 Hood Tales.
Okay.
So that's coming out within probably the end of the year. Then I'm going back to the Road to Gotham projects. Road to Gotham 4 will be dropping on my birthday, January 15th, and then I'll be doing the tour date for all the Road to Gotham tour dates. I haven't set it up yet, so probably within February I should start setting my tour dates for it.
Okay, that's good, man. I like how you put that in place about the tour. So do you have like specific places you plan on touring, or like clubs,
All
bars?
starting.
Okay.
My whole mindset is starting home. Start home, work your way to other spots. Mind you, I call Delaware my home more than I call New York because I was mostly raised in Delaware, so I would have to start here. Then I'll push my way to like New York, Jersey, Philly, you know what I mean? Going out to LA, all that other type of stuff. But it's all gonna take time and process it. So when I get there, I'll be ready.
Definitely, man.
I'll be ready.
I like that. And so what do you think about the content? Any promotions that you're looking into doing? Any other artists that you're looking forward to working with? Any video vixens? Like, what you got, man? Just lay it out for me, man. What you got?
Video vixens.
Sometimes
man.
you got to tease them, man. What you got?
Listen, certain artists I would love to work with, like industry-wise. Shout out to my boy Nick Grant. I would love to work with Nick Grant. He's a hell of a artist. Davies especially. That's one of my favorite artists in this generation. Kendrick Lamar, Cole, hands down. Even Drake himself. Now, mind you, everybody looking at me like I'm not really much of a Drake fan. I respect Drake. He's doing his thing, but he's different. But definitely Drake. Who else? Anderson .Paak, Neo, Chris, Dream, Nipsey Hussle himself, Hov, if I ever got the chance, Nas, if I ever get a chance.
That'll be big.
So big, it's just so many, like it's a lot of artists in my mind consciously that I know that I can fit in that intellect. Rick Ross himself too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cross you out there. Rick, Meek, Wale.
So basically, like all the industry top artists.
Even unknown artists, you know me, like underground, where I'm at in the position that I work with 8 Bars. 8 Bars is my man. We've been talking about this for a long time.
Shout out to 8 Bars, man. He's going through a hard time right now, but he's up next on the show. Yep.
First of all, before anything, first and foremost, rest in peace to your moms. Hold your head up. I love you, bro. If you need anything, hit me. You know what's going on. Who else would I work with? My man's. I already work with Triggerwell. That's my right hand man, so he doesn't count. I'll work with my homie. Shout out to City. If you don't know how to spell that, SITI, City.
Okay.
Who else?
So that's good. So you have basically a long list of artists you want to work with. I believe that you will do that. It will happen if you just continue to put that work in. So let me ask you before we come to a close. Mm-hmm. So what drives you, man, to become an artist, to keep doing what you're doing? You know, what motivates you to keep being?
I technically didn't have a drive to start at first. I just did it to see where my head will follow into this. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to see where I can go, because as me starting as a kid, or as me starting the music, basis, I was trying to fill in the holes, fill in the blanks. Like, for instance, being a computer tech didn't go well for me, you know what I mean? Automotive didn't go well for me. Business tech didn't go well for me. So it was like the only resort I could resort to is music. I wrote so much, so it was like, let's try it, you know what I mean? So my motivation is just, music itself is just motivational. Seeing my mama, she is part of my motivation, so that's my also drive to help me get on top, to help me, repay my debts to my mom, because she gave back to me for so many years of always being my partner in crime, always being my best friend, always being real, loyal to me.
Yeah.
So definitely my mother. A couple of friends that I would have to give my debts. God is definitely another motivation, because without him, I probably wouldn't be standing here. But it's a couple motivational reasons that I'm doing this.
I love it, man. Because a lot of people don't really have those type of things that drives them. Exactly. So yeah, so definitely. So I guess tell them all, man, where they can follow you at. Tell them what you got going on.
Check this out, man. Listen, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's the same name altogether. Izzy the Advocate. You cannot miss it. Look for me on Facebook, Ian S. Richardson Yancey. If you don't know how to spell that, just holler at my boy Diddy. He'll give you the information. What else you can also do is music links, all platforms. Izzy the Advocate everywhere, from Google Play, Tidal, everywhere. Look me up. I'm not a hard dude to find. If you want to do music business, holler at me. If you want to do photography, videograph, all that, concerts, whatever, meet me, I'm here.
Alright, y'all heard it, man. That's it on DDTV. We out of here. Peace.
Gotham City, nigga. What? Top five. Hit me up. Yeah.